All right, guys. So I'm not sure if you guys know, when I first started my channel, I did a lot of talking about more like culture war stuff, more like, political sports stuff. And that's because that was like, the hot topics back then. And obviously I'm still interested in that. And I've kind of shifted away from that to talk more about, just straight up like hardcore politics. And I get like some of that stuff might be boring, but since sports has kind of died down, they're not as woke anymore because they were losing money. The conversation kind of went away. So I haven't really had too many topics to talk about. But Booger McFarland gave this very interesting monologue that triggered a lot of super woke revolutionaries, because this is a conversation that a lot of people, particularly the black community, we say that we need to have with each other, but they don't necessarily want to have the conversation. And anybody who happens to be black that has this conversation, they're instantly label a coon, sellout, Uncle Tom. They're instantly just smeared by the black community because they're trying to say, oh, they're just trying to smear black people for views and clicks. And that's not necessarily the case, right? Sometimes we have to be our own biggest critics. Okay. If we're not going to criticize ourselves, then, how can we grow? Right. And this is not just about the black community. It's not just about black people. The message that Booger McFarland gave applies to anybody. And I love the context of sports, because sports is like a direct kind of background and reflection of what real life can be. But before we get in that, my name is Greg Foreman and you're watching A Black Conservative Perspective. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share. A Black Conservative Perspective, aka a leftist worst nightmare. You can also follow me on Twitter at GForemanBCP. Let's get it. All right, guys. So let's take a look at this monologue from Booger McFarland, who is not really a great television announcer. That's why he lost his job. But at the same time, his message, I think, is on point. Let's take a listen.
Unfortunately, I've seen this too many times. Played in the NFL almost a decade. You played a long time. We've been around it for a long time. And oftentimes young players, especially, and I'm going to go here, especially young African-American players, because they make up 70% of this league. They come into this league and they ask themselves the wrong thing. They come into the league saying not, how can I be a better player? They don't say, how can I be a better teammate? They don't say, how can I be a better person? How can I get my organization over the hump? Here's what they come in saying. They come in saying, how can I build my brand better? How can I build my social media following better? How can I work out on Instagram and show everybody that I'm ready to go, but when I get to the game, I don't perform? Dwayne Haskins, unfortunately, is not the first case that I've seen like this.
Yes.
And it won't be the last. And it bothers me because a lot of it is the young African-American player. They come in and they don't take this as a business. It is still a game to them.
They look at it as football.
This ain't football,
right.
Man. This is a billion-dollar business.
Yes.
It's billions of dollars. They pay us a lot of money to talk about the game. So imagine what they pay these guys to play the game.
Yes. Yeah.
They play a child's game and get paid a king's ransom. And it bothers me because I saw a quarterback do it. I saw Jamarcus Russell do it. The number one pick in the draft, they gave him $40 million and he threw it down the damn drain because he didn't take it seriously. And it bothers me because there are a lot of jobs like this around. I'm going to tell you, I've been retired a while. It's not a lot of jobs like that around where they will pay you millions of dollars for virtually 6 months of performance. So my message to Dwayne Haskins, not just him, but the rest of the young players in the NFL, man, this is a game, but take it as a business. There are billions with a B of dollars at stake. And until you start approaching this game that way, until you start coming to work saying, you know what can I do to get better today? What can I do to make sure my teammates are better today? How can I put my organization first instead of my damn Instagram? Take it as a serious business, but too many times it's a game. We want a TikTok. We want to do all these different things. Man, do you understand how much money is at stake?
I didn't hear one lie there, guys. And just to try to go over what the backlash is here so you guys get a better understanding. You can see some people, on the comment section on the video talking about, hard to disagree with this. And he's saying, translation, I don't much like Booger's black self, but since he's talking negatively about black people, I can get on board with it. Good job, Booger. This is a terrible take. Black players are tired of getting taken advantage of from high school to college and in the NFL. It's payday, and they don't have a rich family holding them down. Also disregard 90% of African Americans who put in the work on the field and practice, who can brand build. the former black players at ESPN always go super hard on current black players. They bring up Jamarcus Russell, but never Johnny Manziel or Ron Lee speak negatively on personal brand building like TB12 isn't a thing. Personal branding is what's going to array you after the NFL. Bruh, the difference is that somebody like Tom Brady, who has, 6 Super Bowl rings? Yes, he can brand build. He's already put in the work. He's established his money, right? He's been successful in the league. Yeah, you can brand build after that, right? He's already got his work ethic down. Dwayne Haskins does not have his work ethic down. That's the difference. Then they're doubling down on foolishness. Bigots will use your words to further their misconceptions of African-American men in general and claim they're not racist because you agree with them. I've seen that too many times before. Come on, man. Either what he's saying is either true or is not, right? That's what you got to understand. Is what he's saying true? If what he's saying is true, then why does it matter which race it comes from? If what he's saying is true, it shouldn't matter. My God, this man is shucking and jiving hard. So we just going to pretend like Manziel, Tebow, Leaf, Maravich, and countless Caucasians didn't do the same thing. Not to mention you have a down year and you're going whether you're a good soldier or not. This may be the worst take of his yet. And like, look at this. This is what they post. This is what clowns post. You know, every time they label you coon sellout, they start posting this little Uncle Tom meme here. You know, you can see this up here at the top. Look at this. They posting this. You know, they always trying to slander people who want to give that real talk. And a lot of people say, well, you know, he shouldn't have brought up race. And they're probably right? He probably shouldn't have brought up race because it's a message that any young player, right, or any young professional can take seriously, right? Like when I was young in the workforce, I didn't take my job as serious as I should have took it. I should have applied myself more, and I should have done some things better that I think could have made my life easier, right? And a lot of people don't understand that once you get in the workforce, and this is not just the NFL thing, right? Once you get in the corporate world, like you're expected to perform. No matter black, white, Asian, no matter who you are expected to perform. And if you don't perform, you will get fired. You know what I'm saying? You will get fired, right? And that's what happened to Dwayne Haskins. I mean, I made a video early on about Dwayne Haskins, in which, you know, last year, if you guys remember, Dwayne Haskins, he forgot the playbook, or at least there was rumors that he didn't know the playbook, and he was a backup. I mean, he was a high first-round pick. He didn't know the playbook. You're a quarterback in the NFL, bro. At the very least, you should know the playbook. That's like the minimum that you should know, right, as a quarterback in the NFL. And then when he actually got a chance to play in a rare W for the Redskins, and yes, I'm going to call them the Redskins, in a rare W for them, on one of the last plays of the game, he missed the snap because he was taking selfies with a fan on the sideline. He was more worried about his image. He was more worried about himself. He was more worried about playing around than he was about his job. And I said it earlier. You guys can look up the video. I was like, this dude is not going to last in the NFL. He's not going to last. Because, again, whether you black, white, Asian, whoever you are expected to perform. And a lot of super woke people come out here and say, well, he got benched because he's black. You know, white people get more chances. They get more opportunities. Really? Josh Rosen? Hey, he didn't perform. He didn't get too much of a chance. And he got cut and replaced the next year by a black quarterback. He got cut. Kyler Murray, as far as I know, he's doing pretty good right now. My thing is that a lot of people want to call Booger McFarland, you know, a coon, sell out Uncle Tom, because he told a black quarterback, oh, yeah, pull your pants up. That's what they try to equate it to. Oh, pull your pants up. If pulling your pants up and carrying yourself in a way that is conducive to business, right, and performing well in this society is a bad message, then we need to reevaluate what we value, right? We need to reevaluate our culture. If our culture is not conducive to making money, you know, handling business, personal growth, you know, being successful, then we got to reevaluate. I mean, it's nothing wrong with telling people, hey, man, you got to work hard. You know, every single day, you know, I get up, you know, I read stories. You know, I try to, you know, analyze politics. I try to analyze the news. I try to, you know, piece all the things together for you guys, right? And then I have to sit here and spend hours editing videos, going over my thoughts, making sure what I'm saying makes sense. There's a lot of times I'm up working 3, 4 a.m. in the morning. I mean, even the last week, I've been working up to 3, 4 a.m. in the morning. I mean, I pull all-nighters for the last, I don't know how many days. right? And the reason why is because I understand that in order to be successful, in order to get to where I'm trying to go, in order to do what I need to do, I have to put in the work. And it's not enough sometimes to just be average. Sometimes you have to hold yourself to a higher standard than even all of those people around you, right? Sometimes you're going to have to work harder than everybody else. Sometimes you're not going to be given necessarily a fair shot or be held to the same standards as everybody else. That's why you should always hold yourself to the highest standard, right? And that's something that I learned early on when I was in the corporate world, that sometimes everything's not going to be fair. Life is not going to be fair. What happened to Dwayne Haskins is that it's obvious that he didn't take his job serious. I mean, dude got benched and then got his starting job back again because all the quarterbacks was injured. And then the night after, I think they lost, maybe they won. I don't know, because I haven't been keeping up with football as much as I have been in the past. But this man is caught at a strip club, bruh. You are borderline having your job right now. And I think your team like lost or something like that. Like whatever, it doesn't matter. Your team isn't doing that great. You're not doing that great. And you going out, hanging out at the strip club during a pandemic? Come on, man. It just shows that you lack basic awareness and that you're not taking your job serious. Because you come in, you get paid a king's ransom, just like Booger McFarland said, to play a child's game, and you're not taking it serious. And then people want to get on the internet and boo-hoo cry, complain, and say, oh, they're not getting a fair chance. Black quarterbacks always get they always have a shorter leash. Okay, if you know that's true, if you think that black quarterbacks have a shorter leash, why isn't that you're not telling Dwayne Haskins, hey, bro, you have no room for this buffoonery? I mean, even Dwayne Haskins not even one. Like I said, Josh Rosen, who's also happens to be a super liberal, but Johnny Manziel, look what happened to him. He didn't take it serious. He came in, he was partying. Rumors that he was getting drunk before practice and it wasn't showing up on time. Right? I mean, that's just two white guys I just named right off the top of my head. They had short leashes. Right? They didn't perform. They got fired. Dwayne Haskins, he just got cut. He got cut. He was a first round pick, I think last year or something like that. Ron Rivera said enough is enough. You're not working hard. Your work ethic is not up to the expectations that we want for you. And that doesn't just apply to black people. That applies to everybody, especially young guys. Young guys, I mean, we got to understand when you're young, you're in the workforce. If you want to make it, if you want to get to the top, if you want to keep your job, if you want to move up in your company, move up in life, do whatever you're trying to do, you got to work harder than average. Average ain't cutting it. And you're not going to get a pass just because you're black or you're white. Nobody's getting a pass. At the end of the day, it's a business. The NFL is there to make money. Your company is there to make money. And I just think that the people that are complaining about this and, calling Booger McFarland, coon, sellout, whatever, those people, you don't have the mindset to be successful. You don't have the mindset to go above and beyond and to do something in life, but yet you want to complain because you think that somebody that's working harder than you is getting more benefits than you. If you're not putting in 100%, you can't blame nobody but yourself for whatever you don't get in this life, because nobody's giving you anything. I love this little talk about Booger McFarland. I mean, he wasn't a great color analyst, but everybody can't be good at everything. But this was a great, little speech by him. And I just think that the people that are trying to attack him because, he called out a black player for not, working hard and not taking the job serious, I think those people are pathetic. And they don't understand the bigger picture. That's my little rant on that. I wanted to do this. I'm a little late on it, but I just felt like it was an important message. It was an interesting topic. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.